Paterson Joseph, one of the most recognisable actors on British telly, and he's currently back on our screens playing a government minister in a drama that imagines a world where white people are the underclass. Paterson Joseph joins me now. I've read the book, Paterson, and the book, gosh, it's an astonishing concept. It's really got people thinking, hasn't it?
Malorie Blackman, the author, really did want that to happen.
Yeah.
20-odd years ago when she wrote it. The first one, Noughts and Crosses, we don't even finish, in the 6 episodes we don't even finish that first book.
There are many more episodes. I hope many more series to come.
I hope so.
Yeah.
There's certainly a story to be told. And it is exciting to be involved in something that really, I think, wakes a lot of people up.
No, it does.
And it's been an amazing response.
What sort of reaction have you been getting?
Well, mainly positive, obviously. People who've loved the book have loved to see it back on. Even those who know that the main characters were 14 years old in the books don't mind the fact that it's updated, they're 19.
Yeah, sure.
But there's also been a lot of people saying, well, isn't this race baiting? Aren't we causing more trouble by showing something so extreme? But I don't know that that's true, first of all. It's great to show what it's like for other people who live in this society, and it's a fun way of doing it in some ways because it's Romeo and Juliet.
It is Romeo and Juliet.
Story
it's
in the middle of it.
That.
And even though there are heavy implications about how we live as black people in the UK, the sort of casual racism of, you know, what's flesh-coloured isn't your flesh. That sort of othering, even though we have all that in it, it's actually mainly about the two beautiful people in the centre of it.
It's a love story, and we hope not too doomed, but it is a love story when we talk about Romeo and Juliet. You mentioned there about the flesh colour thing. That was the attention to detail that really struck me. When the little boy who's the waiter, the little white boy who's the waiter, cuts himself, and she's so kind and gives him a band-aid.
Yes, a flesh-coloured band-aid.
But it's black.
Yeah.
Of course it is, because they're the ruling class.
Yeah.
And he is the underclass.
That's right.
But it was things like that that really make you go, wow, things that you hadn't even considered before.
Yeah, it's extraordinary, really. I mean, because as a black person, you sort of live that daily, and it becomes nothing. It becomes sort of casual. But then when somebody does point it out, you go, yeah, that is odd, that those are flesh-coloured tights for my mum, but they're not her flesh.
They're not.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
I know, it doesn't...
And you just sort of get used to it. And it's lovely to have a programme that is both entertaining, as I said, it's a love story too.
Of course.
But that picks up on those things.
And makes you go, oh, hang on a minute, I never thought about that.
What would that be like if?
Filmed in South Africa.
Yes, in Cape Town.
I understand some of the extras were a bit uncomfortable with it. Some extras were. They weren't too sure because they weren't too sure about what this was all about. Yeah, particularly there, it's all very sensitive.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, South Africa is post-apartheid, so in fact, a lot of the extras and indeed some of the crew had to get their heads around a different sort of headspace.
Maybe that's no bad thing, though.
It wasn't a bad thing. It just took them a while. I mean, we had to have somebody in a car that was not in the show, but was what we call an action vehicle that sits beside us, so you don't get public gawping in and go, what are they filming?
What are they doing?
And we had this lovely Porsche people carrier, and we had a lovely white lady driving it, so we had to reshoot the whole thing. Because they weren't meant to have any money. How come this lady's in a Porsche people carrier?
Oh, I see.
And it's getting our heads around the fact that, actually, we've got to look at what's in the background as well. It's interesting for all of us.
And later on in the series, we're going to see Stormzy.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Stormzy's
Michael, as I call him.
Do you call him Michael?
Because I don't know him as Stormzy. I'm a middle-aged man. The first time I came across him was, Jeremy Corbyn spoke about him. Oh, Stormzy. I'm so when I first met him, it was like, hello, what's your name? Michael.
Michael?
Okay.
So it's Michael?
Yeah.
And Michael to his pals?
It disrupted everything. There were people coming on set who were not even meant to be shooting that day.
Just to be in the same
Just to hang
space.
around. Very
unprofessional. It was really interesting because we had Noel Clarke on yesterday. We were talking about his latest project, and he gave Stormy's first acting job.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go. There you go. And he's got a presence about him, hasn't he?
He does. He plays a newspaper editor, so he's got a lot of authority. So that's a really good part for him. I suppose he must have been nervous, as I was saying. If I had to get up and start doing some grime, I'd be terrible.
Can you imagine?
I'd be a little bit nervous, yeah.
But Michael could tell you how to do it.
He could tell me how to do it. But yes,
you.
he really enjoyed himself. But I think for him it was like, this is quite a big change from what I normally do.
So interesting that you said that you haven't even got to the end of the first book because, like I say, this story has got to run and run, and the reaction they've had so far, it'd be crazy not to make more. You'd be up for more.
I would definitely do more. I don't know.
Michael/Stormzy would be up for more.
He would. I mean, the Romeo and Juliet thing, as I said, just continues because by the end, of course, we know they love each other. Will they survive? This is something that will you could keep running.
No, absolutely.
For a while.
And do you know what about sort of like art imitating life? Do you remember you were in Survivors?
Oh,
which
yes.
Which in turn was a repeat of the show that had been
First
made
time we
years
met,
ago.
I think.
I remember it.
Yeah.
And about a virus that sort of decimates humanity. Not that we're saying that the coronavirus is going to do that, but really interesting, wasn't it, to be part of that show?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's a very serious thing, and I feel terrible for anybody who has it, or who knows anybody who has it. But the thing about viruses is that it is about people sticking together and not panicking.
Exactly.
Panic is the
Cool
thing.
heads are needed.
Panic is the thing that gets us in the end.
That's right.
So hopefully we'll get a lot of clarity from the government about what we ought to do and the common sense things we ought to do. But everybody hopefully can be calm about it and not panic.
Well, our Dr Hilary has said exactly the same. So it's good to have a voice of
there you
reason.
go.
There's another voice of reason.
There you go.
Paterson, thank you so much. It's great to see you.
Always
really
a
good.
pleasure.
Noughts and Crosses continues tonight, 9 o'clock on BBC One, but the entire series is on iPlayer now if you want to have a good old binge. I can thoroughly recommend it. Thank you very much. Great to see you. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.